Coming up on Mountain News this morning, new arrest helped officials shut down a drug trafficking operation. And the heroics of 4 people during the July 2022 flood earned the Commissioner's Award from Kentucky State Police.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Good morning, I'm Olivia Calfee. We are just past 5:30 on Thursday, June 27th. Now let's go on ahead and send it over to meteorologist Tim Drawbridge for a look at your forecast this morning.
Good morning, Olivia. Good morning, everyone. Some fog, some rain, everything but the kitchen sink, right? No. We're all good. We got a system departing. It's 64 and it's feeling damp right now, especially with all this moisture in the atmosphere. We will lose the fog. It's basically Hazard and Jackson to the north and west. Over the next couple of hours, we'll lose the rainfall here over the next half hour to 30 minutes, half hour to an hour. Get my time down. And then we got a beautiful afternoon shaping up. 64 right now in Hazard. Here is the pinpoint Doppler radar showing the action right along the Tennessee border just to the south of Hazard, departing Barberville and Williamsburg through Middlesboro and continuing to depart Harlan through Kyles Ford and Norton. So on the forecast for today, things improve again from the morning into the afternoon, setting the stage for a very delightful evening and a forecast high up to 85. Last full weekend of June is on tap. How's it shaping up? All the details with the First Alert 7-day forecast in this half hour. Olivia?
All right, Tim, thank you. On Tuesday, officials were made aware of a missing teen in the Delphia community by the teen's father. After starting the investigation, officials discovered that Thomas Charles Lange, of an 18-year-old of Lebanon, Tennessee, was seen in the area where the 14-year-old teen went missing. Lange learned law enforcement were looking for him and tried to evade getting caught. Bell County law enforcement later stopped Lange and made the arrest. Officials learned from the missing teen that the two met online and planned for her to be taken to her grandmother's house. Lange is charged with kidnapping and custodial interference. A multi-agency investigation led to a large amount of drugs and guns being found in southern Kentucky. Officers say the arrests that came with them helped break up a large-scale trafficking organization. Jeremy Tom spoke directly with the Laurel County Sheriff's Office about the effort to keep these substances out of our state.
Laurel County Sheriff John Root says their drug interdiction task force executed a big drug bust this month. And it came with the help of multiple other agencies. There's drugs in all 120 counties, and all these leaders, they want the drugs gone. The force worked together with the Rockcastle County and Knox County Sheriff's offices for weeks to dismantle a drug trafficking organization, which they say spans several states and brought huge amounts of crystal meth into both Laurel and Clay counties. That was really a good stop, and turned out numerous drugs, guns, and money. Sheriff Root says they first executed a search warrant at the London home of 58-year-old Vernon Delph, a convicted felon, where they found 11 pounds of meth and 23 firearms. 2 weeks later, a follow-up operation in London led to the arrest of 2 more members of this organization, 30-year-old Jay Boykin of Georgia and 46-year-old Karonda Tillman of Tennessee. They seized 9 more pounds of meth on June 20th, amounting to more than 20 pounds in all. And Sheriff Root says the work won't stop there. Drugs seem to be the root of all problems. I mean, as far as driving, our burglaries, our thefts, it affects our young children, it affects households, and I feel that we have really made a difference, and we will continue to make a difference. In Laurel County, Jeremy Toms, WKYT.
Sheriff Root says they do expect this case to develop, including indictments and more drug seizures. A husband and wife are dead after a shooting in Pike County. Troopers with KSP say they responded to a home on Kelly Mountain Road where they found 2 bodies with gunshot wounds. The couple was identified as 57-year-old Ricky Potter and 51-year-old Sabrina Potter. Troopers believe Ricky Potter's wound was self-inflicted and they do not believe another person was involved in the incident. A man and woman are facing charges after a police launched an investigation about sales of illegal narcotics in Wayne County. Sheriff's deputies obtained a search warrant for a home on Kelly Lane Road, which was executed Tuesday. 4 bags of a crystal substance believed to be meth, guns, and other drugs were found by police. Jared Gregory of Monticello was arrested. The search warrant also led to the arrest of Amy Chaplin of Monticello. Officials with one Southern Kentucky Sheriff's Department are asking for help finding a pair of ATVs that were reportedly stolen. According to the Laurel County Sheriff's Office, the 2 ATVs were taken from Laurel Whitley Road, which is about 7 miles south of London. One is red, the other looks like a shade of green. If you have any information about this, you can contact the Sheriff's Office at 606-864-6600. We're hearing from a legal expert this morning after a report shows Kentucky has one of the highest incarceration rates in the United States and the world. The report by the Prison Policy Initiative notes 889 per 100,000 people are in jail or prison in Kentucky. Fayette County Commonwealth's attorney Kimberly Baird says criminal justice systems vary from state to state and even county to county, and that Kentucky lacks resources to help people before their cases end up on her desk.
Some people are committing crimes in order to go, you know. Some don't want to be paroled because they're in a better situation. What educational resources, what financial resources, what family resources, what counseling resources, what are we doing as a community to help people succeed?
Kentucky's Justice and Public Safety Cabinet says the Bashir Coleman administration has been working to help those leaving incarceration successfully re-enter society. Several people are hurt after a cement truck crashed in Powell County. Stanton police say the truck hit a car in the area of Washington Avenue and West College Avenue. In some newly obtained photos, you can see how one of the vehicles was crushed. 3 people were rushed to the hospital. We do not know the extent of their injuries. Kentucky State Police is taking over the investigation. A Whitley County man faces 2 decades in prison after taking a plea deal in a deadly DUI crash. According to that deal, Alvaro Manriquez was speeding in a stolen Ford F-150 in November of 2022. He ran a red light in Old Louisville and hit 5 different vehicles. 2 brothers died. Police say Manriquez was on meth at the time and did not have a license. He faces several charges, including 2 counts of murder. He took the plea deal in exchange for 20 years in prison. The Bell County Sheriff's Department canceled a golden alert for a Middlesboro man. Deputies say 53-year-old David Neese was found safe thanks to multiple tips. Somerset fire crews battled a mobile home fire early this morning. When they arrived, they saw black smoke coming from the home off Hacker Road. Crews quickly located the fire in the laundry area and put it out. Everyone who lives there made it out safely, and no one was injured. There was also a fire in Pineville. Units from both Pineville Fire and the Bell County Fire Department were called to a house fire with people possibly trapped on Jones Avenue. When they arrived, the building was fully engulfed. No one was found in the house. The fire was put out, also with no injuries. Yesterday, 4 people were recognized by Kentucky State Police for their help at the Wendell Ford Airport during the July 2022 flood. WYMT's Amelia Lee was at the ceremony where 3 of the 4 honorees were present.
Tabitha Collins, Michelle Howard, Luke Sandlin, and Dylan Davidson. Those are the names of the 4 people honored with the Commissioner's Award. Officers say they played a pivotal role during flood rescue and response, spending roughly 16 hours a day working to help flood survivors.
We never stopped. We were here till 11:30, 12 o'clock at night. But just knowing the good that we've done for kids that come in here too, that have been on the mountain for a couple days.
Officers say airport staff still went into work and set up a casualty collection point.
And so this became a hub of people dropping off clothing and water and food and just basic necessities. And so the aircraft they started delivering those supplies.
Captain Jennifer Sandlin is the mother of honoree Luke, who was 16 years old when the flood hit.
I don't think I understood the magnitude of what he was doing, because Luke he's a man of few words. And so he wasn't coming home and telling these big stories about, what he had done that day. And so once Captain Austin contacted me and let me know really what he was doing up here, that's kind of when I realized what a big deal it was.
Trooper Matt Gayhart says it was an obvious choice to honor them.
Went above and beyond and things that they wouldn't have had to normally do under normal expectations.
Officers say they were humbled to be in attendance. In Perry County, Amelia Lee, WYMT Mountain News.
In order to receive the award, a Kentucky State Police officer has to nominate a person who helped with a mission. Dylan Davidson was unable to attend the event. When we return, something had to give, but it wasn't the Los Angeles City Council that moved over to preserve Marilyn Monroe's house.
And on the Pinpoint Doppler radar this morning, a little active regarding the departing rainfall. Does this mean we're setting the stage for a beautiful afternoon? We'll let you know. Your First Alert 7-day forecast. All those details coming up right after this.